Queen Elizabeth II has shrugged off recent health issues to attend a service of thanksgiving for her beloved husband, Prince Philip. She entered the cavernous Westminster Abbey through a side door on Tuesday to shorten the distance to her seat. The monarch entered the church on the arm of her second son, Prince Andrew, then separated from him to walk to her seat alone, easing concerns about mobility issues that have limited her public appearances in recent months. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II attends a service of thanksgiving for the life of Prince Philip. Queen Elizabeth II is driven in to attend the service. Her choice of escorts will be seen as a vote of support for Andrew after he settled a lawsuit linked to his relationship with the late, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The 95-year-old monarch was deeply involved in planning the event, but she has experienced unspecified mobility issues in recent weeks, and her presence at the event was unclear. Elizabeth, who recently recovered from COVID-19, didn't go to a Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey earlier this month, though she continued with other scheduled engagements. Russia says it will cut back operations near Ukraine capital. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Andrew, centre-right, arrive at the church. The 95-year-old monarch was deeply involved in planning the service, which included hymns and tributes from the charities Philip supported. Such touches weren't permitted during his funeral last year due to pandemic control measures. About 1,800 family members and guests attended the memorial. Only 30 people attended last year's funeral, conducted under the strict COVID-19 lockdown rules then in place that forced the Queen to sit alone wearing a black mask as she mourned the loss of her husband, who she called her rock. Philip on April 9 last year, at age 99. Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands and King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands attend the memorial service. The Reverend David Connor remembered Philip's service to the Queen and dedication to environmental protection, and his commitment to equipping young people with the SS they need to succeed through his Duke of Edinburgh Award. Through his passionate commitment, he drew others to himself in admiration and respect and, in the case of those who lived and worked most closely to him, genuine love, Reverend Connor said. There were also subtler honours, delivered as the royals often do through their clothing choices. The Queen, her daughter, Princess Anne, and Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, were all dressed in dark green, echoing Philip's livery colour of Edinburgh green. Chris Ullman interview. Treasurer waves off criticism budget cash splash is bid to buy votes. A royal fan waves a flag showing Britain's Queen Elizabeth II as crowds gather ahead of a service of thanksgiving for the life of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, at Westminster Abbey in London, Tuesday, March 29, 2022. Also wearing green was Doing Sonobar, 28, who won top honours from the Duke of Edinburgh Award, created by Philip to teach young people confidence and life SS through outdoor activities and community service. More than 6.7 million teenagers and young adults have taken part in the program since 1956. Ms. Sonobar delivered the primary tribute to Philip, thanking him for creating a program that gave her the tools she needed to get her first job, go on to university, and now study for a PhD in sickle cell research. Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award recipient Doing Sonobar reads a tribute at Westminster Abbey during the service of thanksgiving for the Duke of Edinburgh. The culmination of the program is an overnight expedition, something that frightened a teenager from East London who had never been camping before and had a fear of climbing steep hills. I kept thinking I was going to trip up, roll down the mountain, and it's lights out for Doing, she said. Fortunately for me, that didn't happen. I remember thinking to myself, if I could complete this expedition, I can do anything, even though at the time I was 18 and unsure about my future. Queen Sylvia of Sweden and Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden attend the memorial service. The entrances to Westminster Abbey were lined by winners of the programme's top honour, the Gold Award, as well as members of youth cadet associations. A touch requested by Philip. There were also prayers, offered in tribute to Philip's faith, and the congregation joined in singing Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer, which wasn't possible at his funeral because of restrictions that banned singing. The Queen sang along. Britain's royal family attended, with Prince Charles sitting beside his mother and Prince William just behind her. Members of the congregation sing during the service, something that was impossible at his funeral. Also taking part were many of Philip's friends, and some 30 foreign royals, including Prince Albert of Monaco, Denmark's Queen Margrethe, King Harold and Queen Sonia of Norway, and King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain. The service was brief. Philip was known for hating a fuss, with the Queen walking out of the church less than 50 minutes after she walked in. But it did give Britain a chance to offer a note of thanks to the man who at the Queen's coronation in 1953 swore to be her liege man of life and limb. It was also a family occasion, showing that the Windsors will stick together even through the rough patches. Britain's Prince Andrew attends a service of thanksgiving for the life of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, at Westminster Abbey in London, Tuesday, March 29, 2022. Although Prince Harry and Meghan chose not to travel from their home in California, Andrew's role underscored that he is still a member of the family, even after the scandal caused by his links to Epstein forced him to step back from public duties. The prince earlier this month settled a lawsuit filed by an American woman who alleged she was forced to have sex with him when she was 17. Andrew denies the allegations. Senior royals gather for Prince Philip Memorial. This was the Queen endorsing Andrew after he paid millions to a woman he says he has no recollection of ever meeting, royal analyst Peter Hunt wrote on Twitter.